In the world today, protecting a country's borders is vital.
It is seen as a gateway to the UK.
These are the men and women in uniform responsible for safeguarding Ireland's borders. Stopping.
Look at me, behind the yellow line.
Searching.
Have you been stopped at a checkpoint before?
We just listened to me.
And seizing drugs, arms and illegal goods.
If anyone tries to harm me, that dog will tear them to shreds.
Saving lives.
I'd say about 200 kilometres per hour.
And protecting Ireland's inhabitants and millions of visiting tourists.
You could have been here 100 times. It doesn't mean that you're guaranteed to get in the 101st time.
They police the ports.
But you have to make sure there's definitely nobody underneath the vehicle.
The airports.
Why did you tell me you weren't working?
And the roads.
These are very badly damaged straps.
If you can't drive the truck, shouldn't be on the road.
These are the Border Interceptors. Coming up. The Garda Traffic Corps stop a car with UK plates and they're not happy with what they find.
Well, the bad news is it hasn't been tested, so it's going to be seized, I'm afraid.
A truck driver at an RSA checkpoint faces the prospect of a prison sentence.
Worst case scenario, €5,000 and or 6 months in jail.
And at Dublin Airport, the border guards are doubtful about a passenger's intentions in Ireland.
I asked your sister to give you a letter of invitation. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know.
Since 1961, Cork Airport has grown into a major international hub, flying to over 40 destinations globally. More than 5,000 passengers a day pass through, making it Ireland's second busiest airport behind Dublin. Every one of those 5,000 is checked by Ireland's Garda National Immigration Bureau. Today, Officer James Ahern is manning the desk. It's estimated that over 600,000 illegal immigrants are living in the EU. Many arrived on student visas and then just disappeared.
What's the reason for your visit to Ireland?
This father and son are travelling over from a non-EU country.
How many weeks?
The son is studying in Ireland for the summer. Officer Ahern wants to check out their story.
Do you have a letter from the school or some kind of...
It is in my bag.
He claims the letter is in his bag. And his bag is beyond the passport gate.
Okay, what we'll do is I'll keep the passport. I'm going to ask you to go and get that letter from the school so I can look at it, okay?
Should I pass through?
Yeah, you can pass through. I'll keep your passport, all right?
While the father and son go in search of their luggage, Officer Ahern has another tricky situation to deal with.
How you doing?
My passport is in my hand luggage and they put it on the hold.
Arriving for a golfing holiday, this British traveller admits to not having his passport on him.
The lady said someone would take me down to my bag.
Do you have any more ID on you?
I've only got, no, I haven't. I've got a photo of it, hasn't got my face on it. Because I said it's for the details. Got nothing else on me. Only my boarding pass. That's it.
Right.
As member states of the EU, free travel is allowed between the UK and Ireland. Passports are not required, but UK citizens do need to present some form of valid photo ID.
Well, because this is an international airport and you've come to immigration without a travel document,
Right.
I'm going to have to get you to sit down over there and I'll get someone to get your bag, bring it down to you.
Okay.
Okay?
Right.
All right, just take a seat over there and one of the brown seats over there, okay? How you doing?
The father and son were allowed landside only because they had passports. But this guy has nothing. For now, he's staying airside on international soil. The father's found his bags, and he returns letter in hand to Officer Ahern to prove why they're in the country.
Is he leaving on the 19th of August?
Yes. We have his
Not the 20th, the 19th.
Yeah, I have his ticket. Would you like to see it?
Okay, no, if you're telling me it's the 19th, I'm happy enough with that.
It all checks out, and their passports are returned.
Thank you.
They're now officially allowed into the country. But the golfer is in trouble. He needs to find some ID. And with a queue of passengers at Officer Ahern's desk, he's going nowhere fast. Every month, nearly 2 million cars cross the 500-kilometre border between Northern Ireland and the Republic. Many of them stay without being re-registered, and this is illegal. Officers Paddy McElroy and Philip Earle of the Garda Traffic Corps have found a suspect car. Its UK plates have rung alarm bells, so they've moved to investigate.
If that isn't taxed, insured and so on in the UK, the vehicle can be seized.
Morning, sir. How are we? Sorry to disturb you. Just checking that you're on foreign registered vehicle there.
The driver doesn't own the car. It belongs to his son-in-law, who has recently moved from Scotland to Ireland.
Basically what he's saying is it's his son-in-law's car. He's moved over recently from the UK and he made arrangements to put it onto Irish registration plates back in March. 4 months on it is a bit much. Okay, I take it it's totally road legal in the UK, then it'd be MOT'd and taxed and insured and so on. Okay, just be a moment, sir, we run a quick check.
The driver thinks he can pull the wool over their eyes in his UK car, but he clearly doesn't know about cross-border cooperation. And it's not long before the Garda get what they need.
Now, sir, that's not adding up, I'm afraid. A quick check online is telling us that it hasn't been taxed in over 2 years and it hasn't been tested in over 2 years either. So it's not road legal in the UK. Now, sir, just be a moment, we'll make a few checks.
And when they decide to investigate the driver, the plot thickens.
Control, would you have to give us a person to your Connaught Road, please?
Roger, go ahead.
So he's going to come back with any incidents that he's been associated with, if any.
That was Section 41 back in 2010.
Section 41, he said the car previously taken off him.
Attention.
I think we've bad news from him.
Yeah, I think so.
He's got previous, and their minds are made up. They're taking him off the road.
Now, sir, sorry for the delay. Now, I checked you'd previously had a car taken off you in 2010, I see. Well, the bad news is I'm not happy that it's road legal in Ireland. I say it hasn't been tested in over 2 years in the UK. It definitely hasn't been tested in Ireland, so it's going to be seized, I'm afraid, under provisions of Section 41 of the Road Traffic Act. What I have to do is make a lawful demand for you to produce all your documents within 10 days. So that's your certificate of exemption or insurance and a certificate of roadworthiness, the MOT or NCT for it. If you fail to do that, he'll end up in court and being prosecuted. It is a penalty point matter, obviously, driving a car that's untested.
And if he doesn't have insurance, he's facing a ban. The next place this driver is heading for is the courtroom. Back at Cork Airport, and border guard James Ahern has been approached by a passenger.
My passport is in my hand luggage and they put it on the hold. The lady said someone would take me down to my bag and then I can show it to you down there.
Do you have any more ID on you?
No.
All right, just take a seat over there. I'm one of the brown seats.
The passenger is being forced to play the waiting game while he tries to work out how to get his documents. If he can't provide some form of photo ID, he could be on the next flight back to the UK. He's not travelling alone. His friend has already crossed the border. He hopes to track them down via text and retrieve his passport that way.
This is an international airport. You can't come through immigration without your passport or travel document. The airline and its handling agents are under obligation to remind all passengers if they take their bags off to remove their travel documents from their bags. So this creates a big problem for us and for the passengers.
The text got through.
Yeah, you can pass through.
And his friend finally appears with his bag. With his documents to hand, he is able to return to the immigration desk.
You understand that because it's an international airport, we need to see a travel document before you can pass through immigration?
I wasn't expecting to get through without it. I just thought...
Yeah. Okay, very good. Thanks for that. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
They put my bag on the hold, and I literally remembered as the wheels went down, I was like, oh no, I ain't got my passport. But it was all right, to be fair, so it's all sorted, isn't it? Hopefully I'll have my passport when I come back.
It's crazy coming into an airport, international or not, without a travel document. It's crazy.
Road Safety Inspector Jim Fleming is manning a checkpoint outside of Dublin. They have selected a busy stretch of road as trucks are required to deliver goods across the borders.
I'll just have a quick look at this download. I'll be back to you. Thanks for your
The Road Safety Authority use these checks to ensure that all vehicle safety regulations are being followed. If a driver is found to be operating outside the limits of the law, the RSA have the power to seize the vehicle and impound it. Inspector Fleming's next truck is an import. Companies often import trucks from the UK and re-register them in Ireland, saving them thousands of pounds.
My name is Jim Fleming. I'm a transport officer at the RSA. I just want to have a look at your tacho and go through the licensing details with you.
All trucks operating in the EU are required by law to record on a tachograph detailed information about every journey they make. If they don't comply, they can face fines in excess of €3,000, as well as 4 months or more in jail and a 6-month driving ban. In 2014, the RSA took nearly 300 prosecutions to court.
I'll just have a quick look at this download. I'll be back to you.
The tacho download will allow him to see if the driver is keeping to the strict regulations on driving hours.
So we'll just have a look at the download now and see.
Drivers have a personal driver's card to use in the tacho whilst on shift.
I can see there last Tuesday the vehicle was driven for a day with no driver card in it.
There's a problem with the driver's card. Jim is now more than suspicious about the truck's activity. No card should mean no journey.
Tachograph is not in compliance with the regulations.
The tachograph has also revealed to him that the vehicle has the wrong registration details and no operator license. Things don't look good for the driver. And jail time is not out of the question.
I was driving there for a couple of days, but I can't just stop walking, you know. I put in for the card. I had my card still working while I was waiting for it.
Yeah, well, driving in the last 28 days is on it. You should have held on to it.
With the gravity of the offences hanging over him, the driver calls his company manager. And it's not long before he arrives.
I'll just read this back to you because you're in it as well. I just need to go through this.
What's the fine for that?
Worst case scenario, €5,000 and or 6 months in jail.
Finally, the full impact of the situation hits home.
Thank you. Thanks for your time.
With a large fine and potential jail time on the table, the company manager will need to act fast to rectify the infringements. For now, the men are on their way with a warning. But if they don't provide proof that the problems have been sorted out, their next stop could be a cell. In 2017, Dublin was the fastest growing major European airport, with close to 30 million passengers passing through from far-flung destinations like Abu Dhabi, New York, and Hong Kong. There's a constant threat of illegal immigrants trying to get into Ireland, sometimes to stay, sometimes to travel on to the UK. It's vitally important to check each and every passenger, a task that falls to the officers working the immigration desks. Officers like Mick Lally.
Will you sign that when you go home?
If he suspects a passenger doesn't have enough funds for their stay, or can't prove they're here legitimately, then they're not getting in.
How long are you here for?
Prayer break for 3 months.
Right.
She invited me here.
A woman has recently landed from Toronto. She says she's here to visit her sister. If he's going to grant her leave to land, he's going to need more information.
Right, if you're coming to stay with your sister, did your sister give you a letter of invitation?
Yeah, she invited me here.
Did she give you a letter?
Her English is good, but she doesn't understand what Officer Lally wants.
No letter.
So how do I know she's invited you?
I don't know. She didn't.
I do not know. That is the answer. I asked your sister to give you a letter of invitation. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know about that letter. I don't know.
Without the letter, she has to convince him that she's genuine, or he could refuse her entry. It's the night shift for the Garda Traffic Corps. Officers Mark Fay and Paddy McElroy are patrolling the roads between Dublin Port and Dublin Airport. They have spotted a car driving erratically.
There he is.
They head off in pursuit.
Well used to drive around here at speed, not getting stopped. Until today.
And it's not long before they've cornered him.
How are you doing? Okay, the reason why I'm stopping you is your manner of driving, okay?
Yes, I forgot the indicator.
You've got the indicator, but it's also the manner of speed in which you're driving as well. Okay, I'm going to conduct a test with you, okay? So if you want to turn off the engine of the car, and I'll show you the test I'm going to do with you, okay? So hop out.
In 2017, the Garda Traffic Corps ran over 50,000 mandatory roadside checks for drug intoxication. Driving under the influence of drugs carries a maximum fine of €5,000, up to 6 months in prison, and a 12-month driving ban.
I need you to take it, rub it on the inside of your mouth. When this goes blue, I'll tell you when to stop. Okay, it takes a few minutes, so you go ahead. As much phlegm as you possibly can. Let me see it. No, keep going.
Just driving erratically, especially at this time of night. Anybody could still be out walking their dogs. It's the summertime, kids be out. Could still be out at this time. You just never know. Just not acceptable.
The test is taking too long. They should have a result by now.
Oh. Still no. Keep going.
Strange.
The officer inspects the test device.
You broke the glass.
How?
You chewed on it.
With a broken mouthpiece, the test is void. He has no choice but to start again.
Okay, no, don't chew on it. Suck on it.
And again, there's a problem with the machine.
You've broken again.
You told me I have to suck, that's all what I did.
Yeah, I told you to suck. You're breaking the glass. You're actually breaking the piece.
Could it be that this driver is wise to the test and is deliberately breaking the equipment? If he is, the Garda are having none of it, and it's third time lucky. The officer slots the sample into the test machine to get the results.
Now we wait. All right? Take.
The Garda now have to play the waiting game whilst the machine does its work. Back at Dublin Airport, Officer Mick Lally is dealing with a passenger who has recently landed from Toronto.
Right, if you're coming to stay with your sister, did your sister give you a letter of invitation?
Yeah, she invited me here.
She says she's here to stay with her sister, but Mick's not convinced.
No letter.
So how do I know she's invited you?
She has no proof of her reasons for coming to Ireland.
You need a letter of invitation from her, because if she's accommodating you, then you don't have to show hotel bookings or that.
I've been here in 2012 as well.
I know, but what I'm trying to explain to you is you could have been here 100 times. It doesn't mean that you're guaranteed to get in the 101st time.
You can check in my file here. Don't you guys have
How do you know
files?
you have a file? You mightn't have a file.
Well,
Where did you fly from? Do you have a return ticket?
Yeah.
Are you going to show it to me?
Oh, they didn't print it yet, but I have a return flight August 29 to Canada, Edmonton.
Mick has decided how to proceed. Having verified the woman's return flight, Mick is convinced enough to grant her entry to the country.
Okay.
She's allowed to be on her way, and Mick moves on to the next in line. On the night shift,
There he is.
Garda traffic officers have stopped a Hungarian driver who was driving erratically.
Okay, the reason why I'm stopping you is your manner of driving, okay?
With activity around the port busy both day and night,
When this goes blue, I'll tell you when to stop.
it's important that dangerous drivers are stopped and, if necessary, taken off the roads.
You broke the glass.
They suspect he is under the influence of drugs. And after a couple of failed attempts, have managed to get a saliva sample from him.
This machine is show everything.
It shows these four things. So it shows cocaine, opiates being heroin, benzos, and cannabis.
And I will lose my driving license.
Well, it all depends. You'll be brought back to a guard station, we'll get a blood specimen back off you in the guard station, and then it'll be sent off for analysis, and if it's detected in the blood, well then you'll be summoned to court. And then it's a 1-year disqualification off the road if convicted in court.
They've been waiting patiently, and now the results are in. It's bad news for the driver.
You have tested positive for cocaine.
That is good
So
or
far,
bad?
that's bad.
Okay.
Okay, so I have to inform you that I'm arresting you on suspicion of being under the influence of drugs whilst driving. You are not obliged to say it unless you wish to do so, but anything you do say will be taken down in writing and may be given in evidence. Do you understand what all this means?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
It's down to the station for a blood test to confirm the result. If it comes back positive, this man is facing losing his license, a maximum £5,000 fine, and possible jail time.
Do you take much cocaine?
No. Just, that was actually Saturday night, you know.
Yeah. See how long it stays in the system for?
He claims it's been 48 hours since he took the drug. But that doesn't help. Cocaine can still be detected in the system in that time.
Our holiday started from this Monday because the whole factory and the company is closed down completely. So, like a little celebrate, but it's really stupid.
What do you work as?
Fitting doors and windows.
Right, so you a driver?
Yeah, yes, actually, yes.
So you need your license.
If I lose my license, I lose my job straight away.
A lesson, hopefully this is a lesson for you.
It's a big lesson.
The seriousness of the situation hits home. He's not only facing losing his license, but his livelihood too.